Antony Flew had been a famous British atheist philosopher of the late 1900s. Decades before, he had written a book in which he defended what he called the Presumption of Atheism. This, he told us, was not a premise or presupposition, just a sort of procedural assumption. He explicitly compared it to the presumption of innocence in a legal setting. The presumption of innocence can be undone by the evidence, and so can the presumption of atheism. The idea here was that the burden of proof was on the theist, not on the atheist. In the absence of clear evidence, one way or the other, we should not believe in God, rather than believe in God until good evidence against God presents itself. He even said that Thomas Aquinas, the great Christian philosopher, had agreed with him on the presumption of atheism. Only Aquinas naturally had thought that the evidence did weigh heavily in favor of the existence of God. Antony Flew later came to agree with Aquinas on that as well. There is an interview on the Evangelical Philosophical Society's website where Gary Habermas, the Christian philosopher, interviews Antony Flew. So later in his life, Flew had become convinced by certain considerations, such as some teleological arguments and so on, that God really did exist. It's important to note, he did not become a Christian, he did not become a Muslim or a Jew. He merely adopted the conclusion that there was such a being as a God, following the evidence, adhering to the presumption of atheism, like he said Aquinas had, but now being convinced that the evidence weighed against atheism.